Hey, what's up guys, this is Dr. Saturn and welcome back to Spyro 3 Year of the Dragon. This one will be taking on Lost Fleet, so without any further ado, let's go! And the reason I'm short and to the point this time is because, well, as you can see from the video's length, probably, not sure what the video's length is gonna be yet, because of course I'm in the present recording it right now. But I can already tell it's not going to be short, so yikes. So this level, my god, where do I even begin? How about the NPC, which immediately talks to us when we land here, which is the second time this ever happens in the game. The first time, of course, was last time with the Ice Fairy in Frozen Altars. But this fella right here is not going to give us any power-ups, instead he's going to introduce us to the main scenario of the level, which is pretty darn interesting, so let's see what he has to say. Be careful around these parts, little dragon, there'll be more ghosts in this here shipyard than I can shake me pick at. Darn shame too, cause I was mighty close to finding me treasure. Yeah, as you can see, this guy talks with a really serious redneck accent, so I'm afraid I'm going to have some trouble reading his lines. Yeah, I was waiting for this crab to attack me. Of course, he attacked me first, so that's self-defense, really. Okay, the crab, of course, being the first enemy type we're going to be seeing here. And the most common one, to that extent. Of course, the story is really simple, it's exactly the same as in Aquaria Towers. This crab is pretty much the same model, so of course we know what to do, we play the second game. And yeah, and if we're still talking about Spyro 2, then of course we remember... Oh, that was pretty cute. I never noticed this idle animation. But yeah, the redneck accent is not new to this series. Of course, we already had Zephyr and Robotica forms in the previous game. So okay, the second enemy type, I'm sorry, you're really cute with your idle animation, where he's blinded by his own flashlight. Is this little ghost with a flashlight, of course, but there's one suspicious thing about this guy, is that he has a horn just like a Rhinoc. But surprise, surprise, there are actually two Rhinocs inside this ghost. So how cool is that? And I think, if I reckon correctly, this is the only enemy in the entire game that gives us not one, not two, but 3 gems. And of course, that was kind of weird. Wow, we're doing terrible with aiming. But one thing I noticed, I never actually noticed this, so this is the first time I'm seeing this, I'm sorry. But there's just things I keep discovering about the game I never had an idea about. But if we kill one small Rhinoc, then he's going to go to his next ghost friend and form, I think, even a bigger ghost, but I'm not so sure. Who cares? The fodder, hermit crabs, of course. They're not as common as in other levels, I'm afraid, and we're going to be hurt here a lot if we play like a stupid idiot. But okay, I think we got all the gems, so here we have our good old friend, the cannon, which isn't the first time we're seeing it in this game, of course. We already seen the cannon in Icy Peak in its upgraded form, where it shoots straight, very nice. So remember the cannon from Icy Peak? Yes, throw it out of the window, because we're back to the shit cannon that shoots on a curved line, which isn't doing me any favor. Okay, yes, I forgot to mention we have a metal crate here, and we have a metal crate inside this little hole. If I can get to it. There we go. And of course, if we have cannons, of course, we ought to have vultures, which, yikes, I really don't like having to deal with them. But wow, we already got the first one, we got the second one, so I'm not that worried, to be honest. And wow, we spent a lot of time in this cannon, absolutely forgetting the main thing we gotta do. And of course we have an X here, which marks the spot exactly, and we basically have to break the wall for Crazy Ed here to pass through. Okay, this is a pretty treacherous place here, so let's deal with this ghost first, and deal with these Rhinox immediately. Okay, yes, we have some crabs here, not a problem, although they can be pretty dangerous. They can throw you off guard if you're not careful. Another flying ghost, which has one Rhinox, exactly one Rhinox, so you're gonna get 2 gems out of this one. Yeah, I don't think I mentioned, if I did then I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say it again. Yes, the ghosts with the flashlights are the only enemy types that you get 3 gems from, one of them from flaming the ghost for the first time and revealing the Rhinox, and 2 gems for each Rhinox. Yeah, as you can see, Crazy Ed is absolutely fearless. He just passed through these crabs like it was nothing. Unlike the little pandas that were really afraid of all the water buffaloes or whatever. Okay, very nice. As you can see, yes, we have another spot marked with an X. Of course, we know what to do, so let's do it right away. And of course, a bunch of vultures, which I'm going to kill so I don't have to later. Of course, these are not the worst vultures in the world. Yes, and luckily, the gems from the vultures are pulled towards us. Very nice. That would be hella annoying if you had to collect all these gems by yourself. And yes, as you can see, be careful with those tiny Rhinox, because they can be a pain in the dick sometimes. Okay, very nice. We regenerated our sparks, so now we can head to Crazy Ed inside the main ship here. Oh my, I almost forgot to talk about the setting of this level. But don't worry, we're gonna be here all day, I'm afraid, so we're gonna have some time. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see, the level portal is right here. We have reached the end. 8 minutes, that didn't take long, but don't worry, this isn't the end of the level for us. Would you look at that? Some fool hid a dang gum egg in me treasure. Yes, of course, we need this egg. Craig. Yeah, buddy, I wish that were me. Okay, so of course, with the level finished, I mean the main quest finished, we have unlocked some whirlwinds that will take us to the beginning of the level, and from the beginning to the end, of course, in a usual Spyro fashion. There is a crab, of course, I remember him. In the usual Spyro fashion, we are going to have some shortcuts leading to the end of the level. Very nice, alive. That makes 31, which isn't the best score in the world, but we're doing it. We're not dying like some sort of, I don't know, a dodo bird, I guess. And of course, here we have the third cannon with some more vultures to worry about, but let's see how this goes. Not really a big fan of shooting vultures, but if we have to, then I'm all up for it. Very nice. There is one, the most annoying one, which we already killed. Nice. Come on, let me just get you real quick. Yeah, I'm just shooting like whatever. So let's just hope. He's really close. Very nice. That was the last one. Nice. We don't have to worry about the vultures anymore. We can walk the plank. Yeah, but one thing about this level. What do we have here even? Yes, the level Lost Fleet. What exactly is the fleet? Is of course the ships we're seeing here, or rather the shipwrecks. Because of course these ships don't sail anymore. So makes you wonder what exactly happened here. We are in a pretty scary looking place full of acid for some reason. And I think we have some 3 or 4 shipwrecks. I don't really know. I don't really care that much. But it makes you wonder what exactly happened here. Maybe the tide got low and all those ships got like stranded. Not sure what exactly happened, but oh well. Of course, we unlocked this whirlwind that wasn't here before, and now we can glide all the way to the end of the level. We're gonna get to that, well, right now, because why the hell not? Let's just move to another very interesting thing about this level. So of course, as you can see, yes, we have a bunch of acid here and there. But one thing you probably noticed, not exactly sure if this is the case in this little pile of acid, but we had some gems underneath the acid. So of course that would mean that there should be a way to swim in it, and of course luckily there is. We have a shield power up and we can swim in the acid just fine, but of course we're on a timer, so treat it kind of like a oxygen meter, I guess, which really doesn't make sense. It's kind of weird how Spyro just made you used to the fact that Spyro is a water-breathing dragon. Chad, very nice. A water-breathing dragon, so you didn't have to worry about any oxygen underwater, and now the game just forces you to keep regenerating your shield. But oh well, I don't really mind a little change of pace, a little change of formula. This is all very fine. I was never really a big fan of this level, if I have to be honest, but it's far from the worst level in the game, which I'm not so sure if we already did the worst level in the game. Not really sure what exactly is the worst level in the game, because I like them all equally. Some of them are worse, some of them are better. This one is a little like whatever. It's kind of like an Enchanted Towers situation where I thought this was a gem, that was actually a rock. Yeah, it's just like the Enchanted Towers situation. I don't mind the level itself, but I don't like how it tends to drag on. We have a lot of crabs here. In fact, this is an army of crabs. Which of course means trampling all over them and getting very easy gems. Of course, thank you. I didn't have to kill this fodder, but I did anyway, because we're literally kings of the world. We're doing absolutely amazing in this level so far, which I think is gonna all go down to shit when we start the sub-levels. So yeah, spoilers. We have some pretty annoying sub-levels. Sub-levels quite literally, because, you know, I'm actually going to go there. I'm gonna do it first. Sub-levels, we all know what sub means, a submarine. And there is a minigame that's all about submarines, and we're gonna try to find our way to this sub-level. Luckily I know exactly where to go. Yeah, this level is pretty easy to just get lost in. Where's the whirlwind, man? But luckily I have it all memorized. I prepared myself, don't worry. Because I don't know. Wow. Yeah, and see, this is why the episode is going to be really long. It's going to take forever. My God! All right. Jeez, let me just go there. Okay, nice. But what exactly? Did I want to say something? I totally forgot. Yes, we have a plank here which we can use to glide to this little maw. I'm not sure. It's like a skeleton. I mean, a shark jaw. Not exactly sure what it is, but alright. Okay, and welcome to our first sub-level. Crazy Ed. This is the same character which we already saw leaving through the portal, so I'm not so sure what exactly is he doing here. Maybe it's his twin brother, not really sure. But here we are in the first sub-level. I keep saying second because I normally do this sub-level as second, but we're gonna do this one first because I think this one is pretty nah. Not really a big fan of it. These here waters used to be my favorite diving spot, but I can't get any loot with these subs patrolling around. Think you can pilot this here sub I bought for scrap? Yes. Alrighty then, press the cross button to speed on up, and when you get to a sub in your sights, the torpedo will start to lock on. If you get a good lock on, fire away with the circle button. Of course, the controls are pretty simple, and yeah, you're gonna be grateful for the. Oh my God, I forgot where is the cross button. Not exactly sure, but oh well. The story is the story is pretty weird because we're introduced. Alright, I keep twisting up words for some reason. Okay, you're mine, I think. Yes, we are introduced to a brand new vehicle, which, don't worry, is not going to be the last time we're seeing the submarine. But what is the story here? We have to chase down a bunch of red submarines piloted by Rhinox. For a second, I thought they might be controlled by the thieves, because of the way they just run away from you, but not really sure. And now, of course, I know that they are piloted by Rhinox. Yeah, thank you, nice. So the story is, not sure if you already know this, but oh jeez. Yes, we're chasing down these submarines. My God, I already can tell I'm going to have real trouble speaking today. Alright, you're mine. Thank you. Yeah, we have to chase down all these submarines. And as you can see, we have we have 3 rings which we have to complete. It's kind of like a homing shot gauge, I think, if you can even call it that. Yes, and when it reaches the 3rd ring, when all the rings are red, essentially, then you can fire the torpedo, which is a homing missile. Of course, you can shoot the torpedo even without the rings, which is exactly what we're gonna do to break down these metal crates. And of course, since we're in a submarine, there is absolutely no way for us to grab these gems, as Sparks is with us. inside the submarines, of course. But don't worry, we're going to explore this area on foot, I guess. Not really on foot, because we're going to be swimming here. Yes, you're mine here. Yes, I found this bastard, so let's just shoot him. But don't worry, this isn't over yet. Well, I'll be darned. You've got some mean sub-driving skills. Why don't you have this here egg as a reward? Ethel, very nice. I needed this egg, so thank you. Of course, this was just the first part of this side quest, so now it's time for the second part. Well, I hate to ask your help again, but there'll be even more subs that don't come out of nowheres. If you could blast them, I could use this acid lake as my swimming pool hole again. So let's go. Darn tootin', get on, little dragon. The story is exactly the same as last time, but this one, the main difference is that now instead of 6, we have 7. Big deal, really. And of course, these submarines just like to turn, take sharp turns just to fool you. They're just playing with you. But don't worry. Of course, they also shoot mines, kind of like the sheep saucers in the speedways. Ah, jeez. Where are you going? Not here. Okay, let's try to chase this one. It's really not used to just chase them all in these little tunnels, because of course you're not going to get them. So it's just... oh, jeez. Yeah, as you can see, these mines are just one-hit KO, so we have to do that again. Yeah, sadly. Okay, let's go. Yeah, we're gonna have to start all over again, but don't worry. I already said that this level is going to be really long. Can I lock onto this one? Thanks. Okay, you're destroyed. I don't know why didn't the first one die, but oh well. Yeah, this is a pretty simple submarine hunting minigame. This is nowhere near the submarine minigame in Final Fantasy VII, which I was always a big fan of, by the way. But yeah, it's still cool, even if annoying, even if a little boring. Yeah, and I'm afraid. Okay, you're mine. As you can see, yes, he is pretty smart. So yeah, it's pretty difficult to ambush them. You gotta keep a safe distance. Oh jeez, come on. Okay, one more attempt, and then if I fail, then I'm gonna cut my attempt, because come on, this level, this episode is going to be really long anyway. There are 2 sub levels in this level, if I remember correctly, but all of them like to take a while, so I don't really feel like. Oh, you thought you were smart, huh? Yeah, it's pretty difficult to just lock onto them. Okay, you're mine. No, come on. I literally had him. Okay, nice. The second one is down. To the seabed you go. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. So, of course, yes, the ships are pretty much the main focus of this level in literally every meaning, maybe except for spaceship. Oh jeez, what exactly am I talking about? I'm just trying to just fill this empty void of no commentary because I'm trying to concentrate. Come on, jeez. All right, I will not bore you with anything because what you see is what you get, really. So I'm just gonna cut here and see you guys when we're going to hunt the last one. So 3, 2, 1, BRB. Okay, very nice. Wow, this didn't really take long because, of course, what you saw here was literally my next attempt after the cut. So, of course, we did it on our 4th attempt. This is still a terrible score, but I was never really a big fan of this minigame, so I hope you excuse me. Woohoo, at last the acid lake is safe for swimming again. I wish I could reward you better, but all I got left is this here other egg. Maybe there'll be something better in this one. Yes, it's going to be another dragon, Dolores. Very nice. What exactly were you talking about? You can write the sub just for fun if you like. No, I don't really feel like it because, as you probably already noticed, there are a bunch of gems. What exactly were you talking about? No, the acid lake is not safe for swimming. But luckily there's a shield power-up, which we can use to just, well, swim in the lake just fine and collect all the remaining gems. And of course there is another power-up gate, so that, you know, you don't have to resurface every single time. Okay, so let's just relax for a bit. Find some gems. Okay, of course be careful because if you run out of your shield while underwater, then of course you're going to die immediately. So yeah, we don't want that. Okay, I think we got all of these tunnels right here. Yes, we got them all. Okay, so what's left is this little shelf right here with some red gems on top of it. So let's see if we can do it in one go. I was never really good at it, but let's see. Of course, I'm very, very thankful for Sparks to just pull these gems from afar. Nice, we did it. Let's see if we have some more gems. No, Sparks is not pointing towards any gems, so that was all of them. Very nice. Let's go to another one. I don't know why I keep bumping into this portal, but oh well, I need a fodder here real quick. Yeah, exactly, thank you. And now we're going to be, well, quite not. We're not going to be going to the next sub-level yet, because there are a bunch of gems we missed in the main one that are underneath the acid, like, river. I think we got all of them, I think. Yeah, of course, Sparks is still pointing at some gems. So makes you wonder when exactly did we miss them. Hang on a second. I'm trying to remember. Where did we miss the gems? Really? Is it here maybe? No. Oh, wait a second. I know exactly. Jeez. I know exactly where the gems are. Come on, Spyro. So let's just go there, grab another one of those shield power-ups, and go to another acid lake, which we missed. And that one is right here. Yes, exactly, this one. And just like that, that wasn't the right path. Here we have a bunch of gems indicating that there is a cool looking tunnel. Of course, now we have to resurface before we die. A horrible, horrible death. And I think that's all. Yeah, we still have a bunch of gems missing, but oh well, we're gonna get to them as well. Wait, there's actually a much better way to reach the canal, and that is right here. Nice. Nice, that was all of the gems in the main level. The Sparks is not pointing towards any of them, so that was very, very nice. Okay, so now let's head to the final sub-level and be done with this level. Nice. 33 minutes already. That's a pretty average length of a long level that takes and tends to drag on, but of course I'm afraid that the next sub-level is going to take twice as long as the submarine one. What would be the best way to glide towards the spot I'm thinking of? I'm sorry, I'm kinda just wandering around here and there because, well, as I said, it's easy to get lost here. Guess the name of the level really checks out. Of course, the sub-level is right here waiting for us, and what is it gonna be? Probably something good, right? Right? No, it's anything but. Of course, we have Hunter wearing his purple shorts again, which can only mean one thing: skateboarding. And of course, as we know, skateboarding takes a lot of time, so I'm afraid we're gonna have to be here an extra 10 minutes or whatever. I know I sound very pessimistic about this. This really isn't that difficult. It's actually a pretty cool side quest, so let's do it. Spyro, you're just in time. A Rhinox skateboard gang has challenged us to a race. They said you're slower than a molten crater fire slug. I stuck up with you though. I told them I've seen some pretty fast fire slugs. So, are you ready to race with these guys? They bet us an egg that you won't win. Some other time, because I have some gems here to collect. So let's just do this first before I forget. Yeah, we have some skateboarding Rhinox here. Don't worry, these are, I think, the only Rhinox in the entire game that aren't enemies. You will not get any gems from killing them. As you can see, yes, they will respawn every time you kill one. So it's no use, just don't kill them. There's no point. Okay, and we have a pretty lengthy looking path here, filled with gems. Of course, this is where we're going to be racing. This is a racetrack which we can explore on foot, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Hang on, I was kind of thinking about the skill point in this level, because I don't really remember. No, that was a different level I'm thinking about. Yes, I was kind of worried that this level might have 2 skill points, but no, there's actually 1 skill point. And since we have skateboarding in it, I can already you can probably already guess what is it. Of course, that is the course record, which I think is 1 minute and 45. So, of course, nothing undoable. We're gonna do just fine. Okay. Very nice of Sparks to pull these gems from afar, because This is going to be really helpful. Yeah, sorry crap, you're not going to get me, sadly. And alright, as you can see, or not, because of course the resolution is absolutely terrible, but I have to, sadly. We have reached the beginning, so this is essentially just one big lap. So let's start the race. One thing I should probably mention about the skateboarding is that every single time it appears, there's some sort of upgrade. Like last time in Enchanted Towers, we already had an upgrade in form of, well, tricks. And now those tricks are not going to grant us points, but something else. So let's see what it is. Right on, you can use my special racing board. Every time you do that trick, it builds up a turbo charge. You can use your turbos at any time by pressing the square button. Good luck! And of course, the points that we used to get... Oh geez, a great start, but no biggie, we're gonna catch up to them real fast. So don't even worry about this. Okay, we have some more gems here. And how exactly does that work? Of course, we know that there were some tricks that give us a lot of points, more than all the others. Okay, nice. We got all the gems, very nice. So, what is the best strategy, you might ask? I saw some people having trouble with this, but honestly, if you learn how this works... wow, we're gonna say goodbye to the skill point. Okay, we're first now. Yes, winning this race is nothing difficult. But of course, there are actually some tricks you might wanna do, aside from all the others. Oh wow, that was terrible. Yeah, I personally prefer to do a triple twisted lime. You know, my favorite trick in the game. Because, as you can see, it fills up our gauge real good. Okay, very nice. Yeah, we're not going to get the skill points, sadly. But, of course, this isn't over yet. We may have defeated the Rhinox, but of course Hunter is going to want to race with us himself. Yes, you schooled them like a bunch of dizzy, one-toed sand norks. Oh yeah, I guess we want this egg too. Yeah, very nice. Oliver.
Now that the Rhino...
Yeah, it's very cool that Hunter likes to treat these eggs more seriously, more than the orbs in the second game. So that pleases me. He's much better of a character in this game. Now that the Rhinox are gone, do you want to try a real challenge? I know you're fast, but I bet you can't defeat all the crabs on the course and still beat me in a race. Want to give it a shot? My god, what is up with these quests in this game? There's some of the most video gamey quests I've ever seen, but I'm not going to question that. Wow, it's almost like if we're playing a video game. So, okay. Alright, eat my skate dust, sucker! Yeah, alright, nice. There is a life here which I wanna get. And let's see if we can get the skill point on this attempt. Probably not, but it's always worth trying. Yeah, probably not. Okay, so what do we have here? We have to destroy all of the crabs on our way and still beat Hunter in a race. This isn't really that difficult because Hunter likes to destroy some of the crabs for us. So that's very cool of him. So yeah, the strategy here is to do as many triple twisted limes or quadruple if you're feeling extra bold. Be careful where you're boosting, just like in Sonic games. Because if you boost just recklessly, you're not going to get far. Okay, I missed one crab here, which I'm gonna have to get on my third lap. Very nice. If you do the triple twisted limes, then of course you don't have to worry about the turbo gauge. Yeah, as you can see here, we're pretty much charging literally all the time. Okay, let's get this crab and get our skill point. Very nice.
Sheesh.
This didn't take as long as I feared it would. Sheesh, I can't believe you beat me. You must have been practicing the whole time. I thought you were looking for eggs. Hey, speaking of which, one of these crabs was guarding this one. Yeah, cool. Aiden. Yes, of course. We were practicing all day, all night, just for this moment. Level complete, finally. Now that the level is complete, obviously, we can head back to the exit and move to another one. Oh geez, that took really long, but not as long as Enchanted Towers, which was much, much worse. But oh well, it all took really short, because I'm usually like stuck on this level for like 2 days or something. But before I enter, there's one thing I totally forgot to mention. The music in this level, which quite obviously Spyro fans of course know that this is not the real level theme. This is a theme for another level. Much later in the game. But of course I don't really mind, because the original level's name is not really that good to begin with. But this is much better, much more fitting for a like treasure hunting, I guess. Okay, now we're gonna get a cutscene with Hunter here. And what's that? Yes, Hunter got captured, my friends. And yeah, what that means, it's not just a simple cutscene. Hunter is pretty much gone for the rest of the game until well, something else happens, until he's rescued. So that obviously means that Hunter will be not available in any of the levels. And that, my friends, is exactly why we did the Speedway first, because of course Hunter would not be available. We would not be able to complete the level 100%. So yeah, of course I'm very grateful for it. We don't need Hunter anymore. We can carry on with our adventure here. So that's very nice. If you went to the Speedway or to Lost Fleet right here, then you're gonna see a Hunter sign with the Bianca or the Sorceress, I don't really remember, saying that yes, Hunter was captured. So yeah, we wouldn't be able to complete these levels essentially, but we did anyway. So we're golden. Alright, next level we're gonna do is Fireworks Factory. So thank you so much for watching. This has been Dr. Saturn. Next one will be taking on this one. So I'll see you all then. See ya!